up, everyone? Welcome back to the Courts of the Celtic Wyvern King as we jump back into our Stargate 5e campaign. I am Kel, also known as Chaos Wrangler, Chaos Coordinator, DM, whatever the hell you feel like calling me. As long as it's appropriate for camera. I had to say that now because Sam had a... God damn it.
Nick and I are not guilty in this one.
I'm still blaming both of you.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright, well, I know she'll be back in here in a second, so we're going to deal with messed up cameras for me, because really the only ones messed up right now are me, Sharifa, and Brooke. Somehow you two stayed exactly where you need to be.
Not gonna...
Hold on.
I'm say he didn't say it was your fault. He's going to blame you, no matter what.
Alright, now we're in the right spots.
That was weird. You said we're going live. 3, 2, and then my whole screen went dark. I was like,
all
no!
Good. All good. You just signed the death warrant for Nick and B. That's all it is. Anyway. But we're going to go ahead and go around and say who you are, who you play. And now that you guys have all made it back to Phoenix Base, where's y'all's mindset as of where we left off, which is, as a little recap for everyone, they completed the rescue mission. They rescued Sharifa. Sharifa got the snake taken out of their head before they all made it back to the base. They all got called in to get debriefed. And Vigo was literally told they may have found his father when we faded to black. Because of the intel that SG-1 was able to retrieve due to Sharifa not being able to gather as much intel due to being captured. Not that they weren't trying. But, you know, being captured kind of puts a halt in the plans.
No, it just does a monkey wrench in a giant engine. That's...
Yeah, or I was going to say a knife in the heart and then back in a box to bring it back.
Really? We have to go there?
Yep.
Rude.
But let's go ahead and start with... You know what? Sharifa, you got to go first.
He just wants to see me cry in some form, shape, way, or other. Hey everybody, I'm Stormy. You shut up.
We love each other here.
Anyway, hi everybody, I'm Stormy. I play Sharifa, the once captured, twice shy now, Abadonian. Let's see, I'm not really hoping anybody cries tonight, but I have a feeling there's going to be really, really high tensions. Vigo's gonna cry. Sharifa's gonna fight with Brooke because she doesn't want to talk to somebody about her feelings ever again at this point in time. For the most part, she seems to be doing okay, other than the fact that she just really didn't want to lay down on a bed or be manhandled at the moment because she had just left being in a cage for a month and tortured, but other than that, she seems to be doing just fine. A little quieter than usual, but just fine. And I'll do where you can find me at the end of the show.
Yep. Alright, you know, let's go down from you and Brooke.
Hey, I'm Lisa. Winterwolf Orlea in the chat. I played Captain Brooke Walker, MD. I'm getting it. New captain. Just came out of the, just got her commission. I am... She is ecstatic that they may have some news about Vigo's father. She is worried about the emotional toll this is going to take on him. She also has concerns about Brooke not being okay. You know? And she kind of is interested in getting feedback on her first mission command.
Okay.
That's it. I'll do my outro. I'll do where you find me on outros.
Wait, hold on. There we go. Gotta trim these down just a hair. Alright. B.
Hi, I'm B, Necrotic Viper, on blah 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 blah. I'm tired. I play Keshna, the scout of the team, and right now Keshna is just happy she has all her family back together. But I forgot where I was going with it.
Can you feel?
Well, just say she's happy that she's got her family back together, which is like, as if everyone remembers, she was really torn about it being split so badly. And she's really happy to see Sharifa again, even though she feels guilty as hell for holding a grudge for all those months. So, oh yeah, there's that too.
Okay.
Hey, Stormy, fight me.
Alright, Vigo.
All B is doing is method acting right now. You know, like, oh, my character is going to be exhausted, so I got to make sure I'm exhausted. That's all that's happening.
Oh no, I only had 3 hours of sleep.
I respect your commitment to the craft. Hi everyone, my name is Nick. I will be playing Viggo Sigmundsson, the Viking scientist, 6'4" man-child, and currently nursing a butt wound.
Literally.
I forgot about that.
Literally, yeah, he got shot in the butt.
Yep,
How's
right on the
Vigo
cheek.
doing? Vigo is butt cheek. Yeah, not up Main Street, but kind of to the left a little bit.
Not on Main Street, but on First Avenue.
Yeah, exact. Yeah, Frontage Road. He got shot on Frontage Road. This is taking a weird turn tonight. He is emotionally, physically, and mentally exhausted, and now he just got told that his captured father has been found. So he's a person who's running on fumes, who's determined to get every ounce of gas out of his gas tank.
May have been found.
Okay, fair enough.
Because as you say that, it comes a box. I'm joking.
No.
I would not do that. Alright. Real quick, a little bit of housekeeping before we actually get into the session itself. 1, if you're new to the channel, 1, thank you for stopping by and watching. 2, if you like what you see, hit that follow button. We always like getting new followers. Right now we have set a goal for 150, and we'll do something when we hit 150 on that part. We actually just finished doing a giveaway for hitting 100 followers back during the holiday season, which I still got to reach out to the winner of that about that. If you really like what you see and want to support us, hit the subscribe button. And remember, you don't even have to pay for a subscription. Use your Twitch Prime sub. You know, you do get those every month if you have Twitch Prime. And if you don't use it for me, I always like to mention it because, you know, hey, support the streamers you do want to use it on. It doesn't matter where the sub comes from. We all appreciate getting subs. But also, don't forget to check out our merch store. Links in the chat now. Actually, funny enough, that was perfect timing. There's all sorts of cool stuff, both channel-specific and game-specific. I'm going to try and get some more game stuff up. Like, I still need to try and figure out a design for the t-shirt for the line y'all said when we were doing the mission prep. Thankfully, that line's in our actual chat, so I can find it. But, yeah, so last week...
Breakfast?
Oh, thanks for the gift sub there, Lisa.
Had one, yes. What about second breakfast?
Chua.
So, last we left off, like I said, the party just got back to Phoenix Base, and we're getting debriefed by General Lawyer, where he told Vigo that they may have found the location of his father, and that was where we left off. Everyone was extremely battle weary, except for maybe Sharifa, because of the fact that again they had some Tok'ra help. Still a little drained, but not as bad as everyone else, especially with Vigo having the $1 million wound. Keshna, if I recall, had a couple of blasts to the leg, one to the thigh, one to the calf.
Yep.
Brooke got winged in the arm. So everyone was a little worse for wear. But we're going to go ahead and pick up there.
Vigo is sitting precariously on his other butt cheek at the moment, as he's just got told they may have found his father, and it's sort of hanging in the air. He's just like, and
So before you say the and part,
Sharifa's leaning back against a wall because she doesn't want to sit right now.
yeah, well, I was gonna say before you say the and part, because again everyone did hear it, what was everyone's reaction to hearing about the Vigo's father possibly being found? Also, we got Vigo's reaction there.
Sharifa looks happy.
Like,
Just
shocked.
waiting for the other shoe to drop.
That, yes.
I mean, let's be honest here. Every time this team gets good news, there's always something behind it that follows it.
Waiting for the other shoe to drop, yep.
Yeah, fair. So when you go
And
and
I will work my way over to Vigo where I can put a hand on his shoulder.
and when you put your hand on his shoulder, and Nick, you can correct me on this, but I'm pretty sure Vigo is probably just shaking in anticipation.
I think he would like subconsciously put his hand on hers, and then he's absolutely vibrating.
Or hold on, let me actually look this up real quick. Hold on.
Just pure adrenaline at this point.
Yeah, as everyone just sees you shiver with anticipation.
No, just...
Yep. I had to. Wasn't the exact line, but I don't want to get hit with copyright. Anywho, but when you do the and part, General Lawyer will look and say, you may recall, a few months back, you went to a planet where people were being taken to what was called Tir Nanog.
Yeah, the one where Sharifa danced with the local.
Mm-hmm. It appears that Tir Nanog is where Ball is taking everyone that he's captured. Records indicate that is where he's working on his... I'm trying to make sure I got the right term here. I actually forgot to double check. Hold on. Hold on, sorry, I should have had this ready, but it's been a day. God dang, that's not what I wanted.
Lisa froze again and then disappeared.
Fine, gives me a chance to double check this real quick. Hold on.
I may or may not have Venmo'd Lisa $15 to disconnect intermittently.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. Every
Okay,
time
that was the
Corey's
term I was
not
looking for.
coming back.
Okay. So, yeah, so like I said, so General Lawyer, like I said, he'll say, like, oh, it appears that, again, those who have been captured have been taken to Tir Nanog, where Ball is attempting to create a Hulk-Todd.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's one of those modified people?
Yes. It's been attempted by several Goa'uld in the past. Most recent one we have on file was the System Lord Nirti's attempt, where they're trying to create an advanced human as a preferred host. The only thing we have, only we have to go on is where they're being taken. We currently do not have a address for the planet.
So their end goal is to take all the people they've kidnapped and turn them into potential hosts or super hosts.
Turn to make them into super hosts, if you want to put it that way. Yes.
So we got to find him. Is there someone that has the intel we could talk to, or I'll go myself if need be, but like,
Now, this information actually came from what SG-1 was able to get during your rescue operation. Ball, as much as I hate to say, was clever enough not to keep the gate address on file. It was part of the information that Sharifa here was actually trying to locate before they were captured.
Did you know Sharifa?
Hmm?
Did you know?
Know what? What's going on? No, I didn't.
You were trying to find the address.
Yeah, I was, and then I was thrown in a cell and tortured for a month.
Did you know that they were always taking people there?
I had an inkling. I mean, we found a couple of pieces of information here and there, but nothing definitive.
Okay.
Trust me, if I would have found something definitive, I would have told you as soon as you all found me.
I believe you. Well, this is at least hope that he's still himself and alive. Is there any other information that we know of, General, or is that it?
That's as much as we have at the moment. Now,
Okay, thank you.
on to other business. Now that you're back, one, you guys are going to be given time to recover, especially you, Vigo. I heard you got $1 million wound there.
$1 million? Like, how?
Really?
Yeah, that's amazing.
No, it's... And your lawyer's going to, like, just rub his temple. It's like, it's idiom.
Oh, okay. He's done this so many times up to this point now. He's just like, oh, okay, I get it. It's the Vigo version of Leonard holding up the sarcasm sign to Sheldon in Big Bang Theory.
Yep.
Idiot.
But, they don't say... Yeah, but with Phoenix 5 100% back together, there is going to be a change in structure according to protocols from SGC. Now that Captain Walker here is commissioned officer with the Air Force, they, until seen otherwise, will be team lead. With Sharifa as second.
If that's okay with Brooke.
For now.
Yeah, it's mainly in part to you being held in captivity for so long, Sharifa. Once we feel you're at a good point, we'll reevaluate.
I'm fine.
Saying that does not change it.
Understood.
And with that, General Lawyer is going
Just
to
say I
stand.
was glad for my first decent meal and coming up here soon in a while, but yeah.
All right. Well, none of you have been cleared for duty, or myself. So let's get to healing and make that happen.
That's a good call, Captain. And with that, General Lawyer will stand up and walk out of the room, back to his office.
And
didn't
Sharifa
ask
will just
for
walk
this.
out. She'll just turn to walk out.
And I'll look at Keshna and Vigo and say, I didn't ask for this. I don't necessarily want this.
We understand. Right, Keshna?
Yep. If you need anything, let me know.
I say let's go get healed up and get a little bit of everything from the dining facility and just put it on one big table.
I'm good with that.
Anyone have eyes on Sharifa? Like which way she went?
I don't. I think she
Vigo, we
just
can't
needs
leave
some-
infirmary.
Maybe she just needs some space.
No, considering everything she went through, that makes sense. But we also need to make sure she knows that we're there for her still.
Absolutely.
So just to clarify, I'm not getting $1 million.
No.
You see, you look like deflated. Like, oh, okay.
Money ain't all it's cracked up to be. Trust me on that one.
Okay, so I'm gonna head to the infirmary because my butt's really in pain.
Yep.
You're welcome to join me.
Absolutely. I have to submit to an examination myself. And if it's all right with you, I'll let someone else treat your wound.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Keshna's already
Is it-
walking off.
Yeah, get up and head towards the infirmary.
Keshna went to go get, or not Keshna, but Tarifa went to go get some food while y'all go to the infirmary. She feels fine.
Oh, she's not cleared yet. She'll have to, if she doesn't show up, I'll have to send someone after her.
Uh-oh.
I'm hoping
Uh-oh.
she'll show up on her own.
Seeing that she went a month without actually eating anything decent or eating at all, she wants some food.
I get
Everything
it.
else is
I'm good with
secondary
that.
to her right now.
All right, off to the infirmary.
Just limping. Ow. Ow. Ow.
Yeah, you guys make it to the infirmary, okay?
Table for 3.
Yeah, and one of the doctors will see you, Brooke, and go, "Wait, you're not on duty. Why do you keep coming in here? Go relax."
I'm like, I got wounded.
And when you say that, one of them it literally does a spit take in the infirmary as he was drinking some water.
Yep. So I will just find an exam table and climb up and start taking my over jacket off so they can get to my arm.
Yeah, one of the doctors comes over. The others will help, Keshna and Vigo to theirs. Vigo, you're not even thinking about it. You go to try and sit, and as soon as you sit down, you realize how big of a mistake it was.
Cold metal. Ha ha ha.
Oh no, it's not like no, it's not cold metal. Because remember, these are still like the actual like bed bunks too, like the beds you would lay into. So it's not cold metal, but you putting your full weight on your butt.
Yep, it's just force of habit, muscle memory.
Uh-huh.
I know.
On your stomach, Vigo. On your stomach.
These rolls in place.
Roll some plates. Great.
Alright, so what are y'all doing as the doctors look you over?
My
Yes,
mind's
oh,
racing.
wait.
I'm not talking a lot. I'm thinking about all the ramifications of everything we just heard.
Yeah, same. My mind is elsewhere.
About 20 minutes after they enter, Sharif will walk in with a bag of blueberries and a kind of like the bag of blueberries that Tony Stark had in the first Avengers, and a bottle of water.
Hold up. Yeah, I mean, we can probably say it's a similar bag, but I don't even think that bag would have been around. That type of bag would have been around.
I said similar, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just dried blueberries and a bottle of water.
Alright, well, let's see if you guys can see Sharifa walking in. The three of you, give me perception. Okay. I was like, damn, B, nat 20.
Right behind her.
Yeah, I was saying. So, like, all three of you will notice Sharifa. Vigo, it takes you a little bit longer just because of the way you're laying down. But at one moment, when they go, like, kind of, like, pad the wound with some hydrogen peroxide, when you wince, you turn your head, it's like, oh!
She's just kind of leaning against the wall. Got the water bottle sitting on a table.
You bring anything for us?
Walk over and hold the bag out so she can take some.
And Kesha's gonna take some and munch away.
You may want to avert your eyes. It's fairly graphic.
They'll pull the curtain. It's your first chance to get a look at how damaged we all got trying to rescue you.
Yeah, I'll say out of courtesy, Vigo, they will pull the curtain just to cover you up to your waist.
It's a half moon tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, a dang thing for the next 20 minutes.
You know what? Hold on.
That was good.
Nah, let me not do it. Okay. Yep, so what are y'all doing?
She's just standing there quietly watching her team. She ain't really saying a thing.
You might as well sit down. They're gonna have to do a full exam.
I thought that's what the guys on the ship did.
No. That was
And the
cursory.
Tok'ra did.
This is a little more in-depth. Standard operating procedure.
She'll just go
They gotta-
sit down at one of the tables after picking up her water bottle. She'll sit it beside her.
Alright, and they'll start doing your panels.
And I am doing everything within my power to be very stoic as they're fixing my arm. Because I don't want them to see that it's...
You know what? Give me deception.
how much I hate being on the other side.
Was that doctors make the worst patients?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, shit.
Oh, yeah, no. You're trying to be stoic. You're trying to be stoic as hell.
I rolled a nat 1.
Yep. I would say, yeah, no. Like, as you try to be stoic, everyone... Well, actually, you know, I'll give you a fair chance here. The three of you, roll perceptions.
Nat 1.
But then that one becomes a 9 and still edges it out. What was your Shrifa?
6 plus 1. You guys hate me tonight.
So
It'll be
Shrifa's the
Tuesday
only
night,
one who's
too.
not noticing how quote-unquote stoic you're trying to be. or like doesn't see
Yeah,
through it.
she's
I mean,
more along the lines of paying. Yeah, she's paying attention to what they're doing to her.
yep.
Right.
But
Keshna's
Vigo
used to
and Keshna, yeah, no, you definitely see Brooke trying to be tough is probably not the best word to use it, but that's probably what I'll use here still. But every time they go to like treat the wound, you just like God, like not verbal, but like the muscle reactions, like just the actual physical reactions.
This is when Brooke or Keshna looks at Brooke and goes, Brooke, woo-saw, and she starts rubbing her earlobes. She's been watching a certain movie.
Hold on, when did that movie come out?
Oh wait, did that? No, I don't think that movie came out.
Hold on,
no,
I'll tell you. Because that was Bad Boys, what, 1 or 2?
2.
2? Okay.
I don't think it came out yet.
Nope, you're good. Because
Okay,
season 7 took place in 2004. Bad Boys 2
Yep,
is 2003. You were close. You cut it close, but you're good.
I thought, and then I rethought. I'm like, wait, I don't think that came out at that time. Okay, we're good on that one. All right, yep, that's what Keshna's doing.
Now, whether Brooke gets the reference or not.
Good point. Let me roll something for that.
Okay.
Culture?
Yeah, I'm gonna say we'll roll culture just for the hell of it. We don't get a roll culture often. Oh yeah, you 100% know that Keshna's trying to rip off, well not rip off, but reference Bad Boys.
Is canon that Brooke is like a huge Martin Lawrence fan?
Why go with Martin Lawrence? It could be Will Smith.
Fan.
Which also, dang it, now that I realize that Bad Boys 2 came out, I could have set it up to where we actually could have recreated the moment with Vigo getting shot in the ass. There'll be moments for that in the future, with one of y'all at least. Y'all like to roll down ones.
It's an oddly specific thing to wait for.
Alright, so again, what are y'all doing?
Hoping they get these panels done quick enough so I can stand back up.
Oh no, they're going to tell you have to sit down the whole time.
And Sharifa, just so you know, this didn't come from me. It's also standard operating procedure after going through capture and torture to be cleared by a psychiatrist before you can resume active duty also.
It says a lot about us as a species and how we develop the internet over time and like our interactions and whatnot.
Just a nod. She's just very quiet, looking really irritated that she has to sit there, but you know.
Aww. That is a beautiful cat.
Oh my god.
I see someone else wants to be on screen too. Aww.
Atlas will rejoin me in a little while.
Hey Bentley, you're in here. Come here. We're having a cat party. Come here.
I say, again, so what are y'all doing?
Well, once they finally do let Sharifa up, she'll stand up and...
Look how giant Bentley looks compared to y'all.
No, see, I don't want to count new scratches, so y'all can just pretend I'm holding Banshee.
No, I was like, guys.
Alright, we had our moment. Thanks, Bentley.
Thank you, Tinkerbell.
I think Vigo is going to voice his concern for her welfare and how grateful he is that she's back. But all the while trying to keep the curtain kind of up above his waist.
Yeah, I missed you guys too.
So do you still have the...
No.
They took him
When I
out?
went back to the Tokra world, they took him out. I'm gonna miss him though.
Really?
Good friend.
I have to say I was a little surprised when I heard that you voluntarily took a Tokra.
Well, let's just say we were like-minded about the things we wanted to do. Although I have to tell you, I came this close. And then he cheated.
To the close to...
Punching
what?
ball. And then he
What do
cheated.
you mean he cheated?
He hit me with a ribbon gun.
Ribbon device.
Ribbon device, yeah. Yeah, that's the look I had on my face too. And then I called him a little bitch. Sorry, Doc, I'm not wanting to make him laugh, but this is a story that has to be told.
Ow, ow, ow.
I wouldn't expect anything less from you.
Now, when I said we were like-minded about things, he wanted to punch him too.
Considering how the Tok'ra are, that doesn't surprise me. Although I am surprised he didn't try to tamper your more impulsive instincts.
I learned a lot of new things.
Such as?
Like how to walk on parts of my foot and not make a sound. How to be slightly more sneaky. And I know how to use computers now.
That's great.
But, however, I do feel sorry for the people in the mess hall because I have a feeling for the next month I'm going to be making up for the month of food I missed.
Yeah. I actually was going to say
I would assume that we're all having our IV now just to get replenished fluids. You know?
Yes, you are. Though also, Sharifa, the techno knowledge did not stick.
Aha.
Well, probably not the Gua'uld stuff, but I'm pretty sure she knows how to use actual computers now.
Yeah, the Tok'ra wouldn't have taught you that part. That would have been on you that you have taught yourself.
There's another slight
Hydrate.
that
Thanks, B.
You're welcome. Just want me to look thirsty.
I'm always thirsty. Part of being diabetic. She'll just look at Brooke and go, there's another side effect, but it shouldn't affect me too badly.
What's that?
I'll tell you later. It's medical.
And she looks intrigued.
Vigo's gonna whisper
Okay.
loudly, like, it's probably got to do with, like, a sore throat, because that's where the symbiote went in.
Sure, Vigo.
Yep, that's
probably
it.
what it is.
That's completely right.
Knew it.
So now that we're down to the IV part, I'm going to call the doctor over and say, so what's the verdict on the team? And me.
Well, all of you are going to need time to recover, obviously, but a couple weeks should be good as new. And that couple weeks is mainly for Keshna and Vigo.
Okay, I feel fine, other than the fact that I could go for a big greasy burger right now.
Well,
I know people in the kitchen.
physically you appear fine, but you also have to go under mental evaluations.
Yeah, I'm the same old Sharifa. Except I've got almost punching ball notched into my belt.
Were you able to get your Screama sticks back?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
They're with my weapons and equipment.
I'm honestly kind of surprised you don't have them on you.
Why would I?
I don't know, I used to seeing you with them.
Well,
So, am I good to go back on active duty?
Not for a few more days.
Oh man.
Mainly because you need to learn how to take a break. And the doctor will chuckle when he says that.
Doc, Brooke taking a break? Seriously?
Doctor's orders.
Hey, I tried to go camping. That didn't turn out too well.
Vigo goes through a
But-
1,000-yard stare.
You're the one that wanted to go on a hunt.
I understand, and honestly, a few days rest sounds pretty good right now. See, Sharifa, this is how you don't argue with the doctor.
I didn't
Trust
argue
their
with him either.
expertise. 'Cause
Just
you would
so no, I
never
didn't
do
argue with
that.
him either. I sat down, I let them poke and prod me. I just had some adrenaline to wear off on the ship. I wanted to move around.
Okay.
Okay, can we leave now? I'm hungry.
I could really go for
Maybe
those big
both,
greasy
let's go.
burgers you were talking about.
Yep,
Well-
let's go. Let's get up.
Well, they said that, yeah, you're going to leave the infirmary, but first, couple things. One, Sharifa, they do tell you, because you guys have been there long enough that quick blood test was able to go through, that you now have Naquita in your bloodstream. Just as a result of having the Tok'ra in you. Just heads up. I know me and you out of character talk about that, right? But this is like your in-character bit. They give Keshna a set of crutches. They give Vigo... They have you go in a wheelchair for a little bit, Vigo, with a donut underneath you.
Keshna's so
So
trying not to laugh.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, trust me, everybody's
Oh,
trying
no.
not to laugh.
Oh, no, because here's the thing, Keshna. Go a little, don't have crutches.
Yeah. Keshna's kind of like looking and like, what's this?
So, they'll explain how to use it, but I want you to roll dexterity with disadvantage.
Oh shit! Hold on, I gotta get back to the computer real quick.
Vigo's already trying to do a wheelie in his wheelchair.
You know what? Give me a dexterity with disadvantage as well, because you also have to throw your balance off because of the donut.
Save or check?
Well, for you, save.
Dexterity check for me.
Yeah, at disadvantage. So, Vigo, you know those moments, like, if you remember, like, in out of character in, like, middle school and high school, you lean back in the chair far enough, it's about to tip, but you save yourself? That's what you do with your wheelchair. Yep. Oh, hello, Mr. Bot. Ban.
Goodbye, Mr. Bot.
For Keshna, you do struggle at first, like, you, like, hobble around going, like, how am I supposed to? And then, like, you get another explanation from the doctor, like, oh, okay.
Yeah, right before he gives that other explanation, it looks like Keshna's getting ready to throw the crutches at someone. too.
Yeah, but you guys are able to head to the infirmary. Who's pushing Vigo?
I'll
Well,
push Vigo.
Well,
I should say it's not going to be Keshna, but Keshna's
I'm assuming I have a sling, so
Yeah, your arm's in a
The
sling for a
only
bit.
one who isn't broken in some physical way will push the man sitting on the donut.
Which is gonna be really funny because you're
I
what's
said
character again?
physical.
5'6",
No, she's 5'11".
5'11". Yeah, so the 5'11" woman is pushing the 6'3" man in a wheelchair.
that tracks.
the
Yeah,
5'2".
It's better than me, who's significantly shorter.
Well, I mean, Keshna's only 5'2" for crying out loud.
Mm-hmm. But you guys make it to the mess hall. What do you do?
I'm going to park Vigo at a table, and as they're walking up, she's going to quietly explain to Brooke what it felt like to have a Tokra implanted and taken out. So she
And
has that.
Well, Brooke and Keshna, or not, Brooke and Sharif are doing that. Keshna's going to go get 4 big, greasy burgers for them.
So you're gonna try
Double
you're
bacon
gonna,
cheeseburger.
so you're gonna try and carry a tray with your crutches?
Oh no, she's ordering. She's trying. She's going to talk to her friends on Kate from the kitchen, and
None of them are working right now.
Aww, sad panda.
maybe they'll let her go back there and direct things.
No, because you're not on KP right now.
Yeah.
And also, there's an actual officer for KP, so they wouldn't have you in charge of it. Oh, hold on.
Well,
Someone's using the
she would
Stargate
go.
thing.
She would go request. She would go request the burgers.
Yeah, I mean they hold the tray out for you.
Sharif will come over and get it.
She gives them a deadpan look, like really, like one of those death stare deadpan looks as she's on holding her crutches.
Mm.
But Sharifa came to the rescue, so it saved them.
And as we're all sitting around the table, I gotta admit, this does feel right.
So I found out what we could do when our career is here done.
What's that?
We can become bops.
Like
Become
good
what?
music?
It's like, oh shit, they don't have. She'd be like, she'd try to explain it to the best of her ability and that she understood, which, you know, being Keshna, she doesn't understand its SW word. But
How much pain medication did they give you? You know?
that part of it's kind of got over her head.
Oh, I mean, any pain medication that Keshna was given would probably be out of their system by now, just because of how their goa'uld works inside their stomach or inside their the pouch.
Hey, Sharifa, Keshna thinks we could be musicians.
Playing what instrument?
She said that we could make a bop.
To make a bop. What did they give her in the infirmary?
That was my question.
No, I don't think I'll retire.
Brooks from Earth, when did she get it? Oh, probably not. Then again, she did get the Bad Boys reference. So,
I mean, it also depends on if they heard you.
Oh, Brooke's at the table with them, so
Oh,
with
okay.
her. So
Well, I know if you said as
I
long as you're
don't
still online or
understand the
not.
reference. I don't understand the reference, so I'm not sure
oh,
if Brooke
okay.
does.
So this is how you know I've been on TikTok too much. A lot of the younger generation that got into OF call themselves bops.
Okay, I would say
Oh,
that term probably wouldn't have existed. One, that term probably wouldn't exist in 04. And two, yeah, let's just, yeah.
But it actually has. But
I would say there's maybe 18 plus, but let's not go too far.
At least not the one having issues. There we go.
yeah, but yours didn't mess up all the cameras.
That's good
Just
news.
saying.
I would say, so what are y'all doing as you're chowing down?
I'm enjoying every bite because if you remember, she was trying to get into shape, so she was eating protein bars and
Fair.
health shake for
Keshna's
for
also
a
gonna.
couple months before she went to the academy.
Keshna's also drilling Sharifa on the whole Tok'ra experience.
She'll answer what she seems comfortable at answering.
Oh yeah, and updating Sharifa on everything she missed. Too.
Yeah, we were put on Captain Marshall's team, and we did a couple of kind of normal missions, and really not interesting stuff, though.
It's hard to say. We know what Brooke was doing. Y'all know what I was doing, but what were y'all doing?
Well, Brooke would have got the rundown already about Vigo and Keshna.
Yeah.
So
But
No.
Sharifa didn't. I'm doing this for
Nope.
her benefit.
that's why Keshna's like talking a mile a minute, trying to cram everything from how many months was it? Like 3?
Yep,
3.
Okay, I couldn't remember if it was 3 or 4. 3 months of what she and her Vigo have been up to, and how they've kept busy. Vigo helping her learn stuff and survival, and
Did y'all do any training?
I did marksmanship training. I learned how to fire a sniper rifle.
How'd that go?
Is that something I should roll for, or can I just go for it?
Go for it.
Surprisingly well. They trained us on how to get in the prone, stick the rifle out, and then one of the things they had us train how to do was they put an egg on the end of our barrel. We had to kind of keep the egg up for as long as possible. I think I went through like 3 or 4 dozen eggs in my first couple tries.
Got to crawl through the mud under barbed wire.
That sounds like fun.
Surprisingly, it wasn't terrible.
Oh, Keshna, do you remember when we went to that one planet with Captain Marshall, and they clocked you as a Jaffa, and they tried to capture you? You remember that?
would Keshna remember that?
Yeah, you would.
Oh, damn. Keshna's very clearly staring at Vigo like she's trying not to remember. and intently
fair.
trying to make, like, thinking if she stares at Vigo long enough that he'll get the hint and not.
It's going over his head. He's absolutely like, oh yeah, like their word for Jaffa was like very similar to their word for like traitor, and so we were going around, and she kept getting captured by people. It was hilarious.
with Keshna's good leg, she kicks him underneath the table.
Ow!
Sounds like you guys had a good time.
Well, she didn't, but I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, I think I might have gotten on Captain Marshall's nerves a couple of times. Although he's very gracious about it.
And then, Nick, as you say that, Airman Smith, the one that you tased on the mission, you see him at the entrance of the mess hall as he just looks at you and nods, saying, "Follow me."
To Vigo?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, he's gonna wheel his way.
Yep.
I'll be right back, I guess.
Yep. And then, once you guys are secluded, he's going to say, "So you said I get one free shot, huh?"
So,
Oh,
here's the thing.
Brooke never finds out about this.
I'm in a wheelchair right now, and that's, I mean...
You wouldn't
Is
hit
there-
a able person.
Is there a wheelchair version of you wouldn't hit a man with glasses?
Not stand up. I know you're only in there because you got shot in the rear.
Oh,
Vigo
God, Brooke's
stand.
gonna unload on this guy if she finds out. She's got the rank to back it up now.
You said Vigo stands?
Yeah, Vigo stands up.
You hear the...
Just imagine what Sharifa and Keshna will do if they find out.
Oh, you hear the Z of a Zat gun.
Okay, just remember to only do it once, right?
Don't worry, it will
Watch
only be
Sharif
once.
stop mid-bite, sit that burger down.
Yep. Keshna's getting the crutches out.
Oh no, this is out of view of all y'all.
No, but
Yeah, but you said we can hear the Zat gun.
I said he
Yeah.
can hear it.
Oh. Can we?
Roll perceptions at disadvantage because of how far they are and how loud the mess hall is.
Gotta
Dang.
so I think
Keshna.
with the 19s, I'm hearing it.
Actually, no, you actually still missed there. Because I said, this is a mess hall, it's loud, it's lunchtime. Think of like your high school think of like your high school cafeteria. You can't hear 5 feet from you.
No,
Depends on where you sat.
Yeah.
Because where I sat, I could hear things, because I didn't have friends.
You get my point.
And Sharifa and Kesha would make a point of putting themselves at a table where they're not in the middle of the hall.
You guys get my point.
Sharifa made a point to put him at a table near the door.
Yeah.
No,
He's not like being anywhere in the back of a room right now.
Again, you guys get my point.
it's loud.
Alright.
Yeah, Vigo's got his arms out. He's just like, okay, just make it quick.
Alright, Nick, high or low?
Hi.
Yep, so he goes to shoot. He aims it up at your chest first. You just see him start to slowly lower where he's aiming. And he's... No, it's not going that low, don't worry. But he'll shoot you in the gut.
Oh! Is there any chance I fall back into my wheelchair?
Yes, you do.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. I got that going for me, at least.
Now, roll your
Does he-
con save for
does he
3
miss
levels of
the
exhaustion. No, I'm nice enough where he lands on where he's not hurting himself more.
That's an 8.
You out cold.
So he's just gonna...
Into the
Yep.
chair.
And then, Airman Smith is then going to crack open some smelling salts and just put them underneath your nose.
He's... Oh!
Now you know not to play with these, Airman Smith says.
Are we even?
Yes, we are
How
even.
would he have gotten a Zat gun out of equipment for this? That's my question.
Because he was on his way to turn his equipment back in still.
Oh.
I don't suppose you could push me back out to the table. I can't really move right now.
Yeah, he'll wheel you back to the table.
Yeah, Vigo's like... I don't know if he'd be actively smoking right now, but he's just kind of crumpled.
No, you're not smoking.
Hey,
I
I'm
want to
back.
know what happened.
What happened to you?
Oh,
Yeah, Kish
Not
is
eating-
also asking.
not eating burgers for a while. It goes right through me. I'm not gonna lie, he shot me with a Zat gun. But in his defense, I had it coming because I kind of accidentally shot him. So we're good now, right, Airman?
Oh, the airman was already gone at that point. The airman was already
Catch
gone
the-
before he even said that.
I turned
Okay,
around,
so
right,
it's-
Airman? He's like, oh,
Whose team was he on?
Captain Marshall's.
Okay. Excuse me. I'm going to go talk to Captain Marshall because
Oh no!
not okay.
Kishna looks at
Well, no.
Sharifa with that look of like silent. We got our next person to beat up for picking on Vigo.
Mm-hmm.
I did kind of have it
Well,
coming.
we
I
know
did
the
accidentally shoot
retaliation.
him.
Accidentally.
Accidentally.
Alright, so what are y'all doing?
Time to finish the burger.
I'm going to find Captain Marshall. Have a talk with him.
Finish the burger and then quickly get Sharifa to go find the airman.
You don't have to get Sharifa to finish her burger. She done stood up and walked out.
Oh, if I find out y'all did this, then she's going to be even more pissed.
Vigo's still sitting there. He's just like, okay, I'll finish my food.
As you're sitting there all alone now.
Like,
All I'm going to say is a good thing you weren't being the one interrogated with how fast you squealed.
Vigo has learned from the very first mission to not lie to his team.
Oh, I know, man. I'm just giving you crap. You're good.
Yeah, it's
I love Vigo.
Let's just say by the time you get done yelling at Captain, Sharifa's going to be walking in with a certain airman with his back of his neck, in her hand, him hunched over, his arm yanked back, and shove him in the room.
Oh no, you guys ain't going to find the airman.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm not trying to have this go that far out. But Brooke, you do
I'll
find.
take
I will say,
care of
but
it. And I will
Brooke,
take care of it in a very nice way.
yeah, but Brooke, you do find Captain Marshall.
Hey, Captain, you got a minute?
I don't see why not. What's up?
Well, one of your airmen just shot my engineer with a zap gun. And that is not okay. I think you know what I'm talking about.
I could probably take a guess.
It's kind of reckless, and being that he's on your team, I thought you would like to handle it.
Oh, I will. No, the one thing I'll say is that when it comes to recklessness, you might want to look at your own team.
Oh, believe me, I'm well aware, but
Especially considering, weren't you the one that gave someone a black eye on your team?
that was just a genuine sparring mishap. And I'll smile at him.
Mm-hmm. Just like how this is
But
probably going to be described as accidental
you know
discharge by both parties.
I don't want this to become a feud between the teams. That's all. So
Oh, it definitely
let's
won't.
just get out of the way. I'll handle my team if you'll handle yours, and let's just all get along.
Oh, it wasn't going to get to a feud. Don't worry, I would have stopped it before that.
Awesome.
At about this time, Keshna is after she's getting tired of looking for the airman, so she looks at Sharif and goes, "You know where his room's at? Remember those booby traps that Vigo had me take down?"
I'm fine.
Anyway, that's all I needed.
Alright, have a good one, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing she couldn't find him, she'll let
Go back to the cafeteria.
Yeah,
she'll let
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, she'll let Keshna do what she wants, and she'll go back to the cafeteria.
Alright, well, Brooke, you'll get back to the cafeteria first. You see Vigo sitting there all alone, not knowing that the other two left.
He's still
Where did
working on
they
the
go?
same burger.
Where did they go?
I don't know. I think they might have went to go look for the airman, but I think they also probably won't find him. So
At about this time, Keshna's going to be returning.
Yeah, same.
oh, look at that! They're back. Hey guys.
Yeah. So
Hey,
I have taken care of this, and there will be no retaliation. We are not going to have a feud with another team.
sure.
Keshna?
Yes, ma'am. She's respecting
Thank you.
Brooks' position as captain, and
Aww.
she's trying to make it clear that she understands not to go rogue like she does in the
Okay.
past. She's growing.
And you, my friend, Vigo, we get to go back to the infirmary, so
Yeah, hooray!
yay.
Is he getting a bigger
I think-
donut?
Weirdly, I actually feel better. I don't think I need to go back to the infirmary. I think I'm fine.
Yeah. I think you do. Just a quick checkup, and then they'll let you go back to your room. Because I think we all need some rest.
I think he said he was fine.
Vigo?
He's like, oh god. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go back to my room now. I think I'm okay. He used the smelling salts on me, and
And I'm just giving you that level, unflinching stare.
or maybe the infirmary is a good idea. That's probably a good idea.
You won't have to stay, I promise.
I appreciate that.
Okay. That was interesting.
I am at your.
Keshna's getting the rest of her burger and fries to go, and she's gonna give Brooke a hug.
Yeah.
She's giving Brooke the best hug she can, given crutches and all.
Yeah.
And same to Sharifa, and saying welcome back to both of them before she somehow tries to carry a go box of food and get back to her room.
They can put it in a bag for you. It'd be easier.
Oh, okay, good. That would be helpful.
And I'm gonna run Vigo back to the infirmary just for a quick check.
Alright, I mean, yeah, he checks out, pretty...
Why are you back again?
He gets checked out, pretty quickly, where they're able to let him go.
All right. And then I will wheel him to his room.
Thank you.
Get some rest.
I appreciate your concern.
Get some rest. I intend to. And I'll go to my room, and I don't care what time of day it is, I'm going to bed.
I mean, at this point, it'll be, evening.
Yeah.
I think Vigo's going to lay on the non-injured side and attempt to sleep, but just considering what he's learned over the past couple hours, he's not going to be able to sleep.
Alright, what about Keshna and Sharifa?
Sharifa's gonna go do a little workout.
Keshna's
Wrap her hands and beat a punching bag.
Keshna's gonna go to her room, finish her meal, and then go to sleep. Sleep sounds really good right now to her. She also doesn't want to like injure herself further, so she won't go to the gym and make Brooke angry at her.
Okay.
I mean, eventually she'll go to bed, but she's leaving her door wide open.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, but you're fine, right?
Oh yeah, she's fine. She's completely fine. Actually, the only reason she did that is she worked out to the point where she was so tired she didn't even think about it. She just face planted into her pillow. One arm hanging off the bed, one leg hanging off the bed, just out like a light. She was catching up on some workouts. So yeah, I feel sorry for any of her team that walk by in the morning and they're just like, did she mean to leave her? Did she mean to leave her shoes on too? No fucks are given at this point in time. She was just tired.
Not fair. Okay, so with that, we're going to go ahead and take our 15-minute break so we can refill drinks, use bathroom, get snacks, all that good stuff. We will see you guys back in a little bit. Hey everyone, thanks for letting us take a break to go do what we need to do, because as much as I like sitting around, I gotta stretch my legs occasionally.
Yeah.
Alright, right before the break, everyone kind of went to bed. Shrifa left the door open. Vigo carefully... Actually, real quick, when you went to bed, Vigo, how'd it go getting out of your wheelchair?
Oh, he
And
did that
laying
thing
in
where he
bed.
pulls wheelchair up to his bed, and then he just kind of like locked the wheels and pushed himself off using his feet as a pivot point, just kind of onto the bed, then like inchwormed into his place.
Perfect. Alright.
I can see that. Mentally, I can see that.
Alright, well, it's now the next morning. What are y'all doing?
Reverse
Getting
inchworm.
up.
Sleeping in.
Reverse inchworm.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, sleeping in, reverse inchworm.
Sleeping in.
Sleeping in. So, what are you doing, Keshna?
Sleeping in.
Okay, so Vigo, you're the only one who's actually getting up bright and early.
As it makes perfect sense.
Vigo is gonna go to his like stack of binders and open up one of the binders that he's been over the past couple months. He's been making like a welcome back, kind of like a printout thing made of multiple pieces of paper. It's very like middle school level of artistic talent, but he was trying to partly do this because he wanted to do this for Sharifa when she came back, but it was also partly because after a while he was like wondering if she was coming back, so this is like to give himself hope. So he's like, okay, I'm just gonna take this, and he's gonna put it into his lap and wheelchair himself over to Sharifa's room, and seeing that she's sleeping, he's gonna try and pin it across her open door.
Just got her shoes on still, her hand and knuckles still wrapped up, face in pillow, left arm and leg hanging off the bed. Looks like all she did was fall into bed, go to sleep. Completely forgot. The door's only like halfway open, like she tried to shut it, but it stopped midway.
Yeah, he kind of pushes it open a little bit, and he's gonna try to put the thing he printed out over the open door.
Okay, since Sharifa's still asleep, give me a stealth check.
With advantage?
No, it'll be a flat roll.
Okay.
Damn.
Oh!
Not that it mattered. You got 2 dirty 20s. If we did give advantage or disadvantage. So you're just like, okay, I gotta be really careful, because one, you're also not trying to hurt yourself. But yeah, I mean, you get it up, no problem.
He's gonna quietly get back into his wheelchair and wheel himself away, down to the mess hall.
Give me another stealth check at advantage because you have the dirty 20.
18.
You are so glad I gave you that advantage.
That would have been a nat 1.
So as you go to wheel away, you do hear like a creaky wheel for a second, and you stop and you look back to see if Sharifa woke up. You're like, nope. It's like, whew, as you're able to wheel away.
Okay. He's like, I'm gonna go get me some oatmeal and blueberries. After seeing the blueberries from yesterday, he's jonesing for some blueberries.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're able to get some.
After, I guess, he is gonna eat and then go back to his room, and he's gonna go over his notes and recordings from the mission at the planet where he found out about Tirnanog, and he's gonna try and like pore over everything to see if he can find some clues to where his dad is.
Yeah, go ahead and give me investigation.
$11.
Not much, because you've seen some of the after action reports that the delegate that was essentially sent there to kind of help, bring that planet into y'all's little group, so to speak. Where, they asked them about, like, okay, do they know how to get to Tiernanog? Stuff like that, and there's no sign. They just know, according to legend, Tiernanog is supposed to be this very, beautiful place, like trees growing tall, grass as far as the eye can see, rolling hills, streams filled with fish. It literally sounds like utopia.
Though that's a very idealistic description, I think he's going to use that and compare that against the descriptions of other planets that people have been to, just doing survey missions and whatnot, to see if he can find any that line up and compile those.
There's quite a few planets that can match that description.
Damn. I think it's sort of like busy work, essentially. I know he's going to have a stack of papers full of coordinates, but it's better than not having anything. So he's just keeping himself busy.
Fair.
I don't know how late everybody else is going to sleep in, but Sharif will be up by 11.
You may not even see Brooke today. Hey, she hasn't taken a break in a long time, so. Other than the fact that I just got off leave,
Yeah, I'll say, didn't you just get off leave?
Yeah. Yeah, but that was family stuff. That wasn't the most relaxing.
Yeah.
Family? Relaxing? So
Yeah, I think-
eventually she'll get to see the whole thing he made. And I think that's cute.
Yeah, I think y'all have a overdue conversation coming.
Well, after a shower, she's gonna, go get lunch.
Yeah, I think Vigo is in his hyper-focus mode, where he's time doesn't exist, food doesn't exist, water doesn't exist. He's just going through the planets, finding ones that match up with that description, and just printing out all the coordinates that match those planets.
I could see that. Brooke would probably approach it the same way. Like, I need to be doing something. Yeah, I get that.
Does Kesh wake up at all?
Keshno will eventually get up and take a shower and then go get some food. It'd probably take her a bit to figure out how to shower, being one-legged, but...
That's adorable. Careful, he'll make you do a dex check if you're not careful.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting for him to make me do a dex check, honestly, because
No, you're good.
it would make sense, one-legged, shower, slippery surface.
Yeah, but they got built-in shower chairs and benches and grab.
Yeah, it's
grab
not like
bars.
Marines don't get banged up all the time. I don't know why my nose is all itchy. Well, with a bag of cut up apple slices, she'll go find Vigo. You remember that time in Too Fast, Too Furious where Tyrese Gibson was eating constantly?
Nope, because never watched Fast and Furious.
What?
Didn't care for him. Nothing against the films. It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay,
I think his whole thing was like,
under my desk.
I'm not sure when I'm going to go back to jail, so I might as well eat good while I'm out, essentially.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's constantly eating.
While we're on this tangent, the only thing the only scene I remember with Tyrese Gibson in Fast and Furious is the scene I keep seeing on TikTok all the time, where it's Dwayne Johnson walks in and goes like, "Everyone hide the baby oil."
Oh, yeah.
I had that big ass forehead.
Big ass forehead was improvised.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it was 100% improvised because Ludacris, that spit take was 100% real.
Yep.
Anyway, you find Vigo.
Tyrese's face. I'm sorry.
Anyway, but you're gonna find Vigo in the mess hall, no problem. And then Brooke, you said you were awake at this point too, right?
Yeah, she's not coming out, but she's up puttering around in her room and
Okay. Anything specific?
unpacking and
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you get all your stuff put away, no problem.
just waiting to get that call for the command debrief.
All right. I mean, like I said, Sharifa, you find Vigo in the mess hall. What do you do?
Walk over and say thanks for the banner.
He's face down in like a whole handful of papers. Like, what? Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Welcome back. We're happy you're okay. Can I ask you? Oh, well, this is coordinates to planets that match the description of Tirnanog from our mission. I don't know if you remember or not.
I remember.
Needless to say, there's quite a few, so I'm just trying to kind of rank them as far as likelihood, but it's a very vague description, so it's hard.
Well, if anybody can figure it out, it's you.
I appreciate that. It's the most hope I've had in the past several months, so I gotta do something, you know.
Hey, if somebody told me there was hope of finding my brother, I'd be in the same boat. So I completely understand.
Can I ask you kind of a personal question?
Sure.
When you see he goes to say something, kind of pulls back a little bit, then he's like, the symbiote. Well, having the symbiote, what was that like?
It's like having somebody to constantly talk to in your head without talking to yourself. Having the knowledge of an entire race at your fingertips.
Wow, that's actually sounds like it's very interesting.
It was.
Was it painful?
It was scary at first.
Sounds like they did a pretty good job picking a symbiote that matched your personality.
Oh, we clashed at first.
Well,
He kept me alive. Without him, I probably would have starved and died in that cell.
I don't think they would have let that happen to you. You're too valuable.
Oh, it wasn't them I was worried about.
No?
No, it was the friendly neighborhood asshole that came to my door constantly asking me to join him.
He wanted you to join him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming when you said no, he didn't take that well.
No, he did not take it very well at all. But I mean, if you were an absolute powerhouse and somebody weaker than you said, fuck no, wouldn't you be pissed off too?
Yeah, I can't. It's one of those things where I can't even imagine what I would do in that situation until I'm in it. But it sounds like you held up pretty well.
Well, by the way people are acting, they don't think I did.
I'm not great with. I can understand things, but I'm not great at explaining them. So let me just bear with me for a minute. Back at my village, before I came on this team, there was a bridge, and this bridge was the one thing that connected us to a host of other villages. And it was built and maintained by my father and my family for generations. But we had a really particularly bad storm season a few years back, and we didn't know whether or not it was damaged. Like, we couldn't see any damage, but for despite all the traders and the people wanting to go travel, my father staunchly shut the bridge down to make sure the bridge was in good working order before he let anyone cross it. It wasn't anything that the bridge did wrong, nor was it anything anyone assumed the bridge was broken, but it was, just to make sure. Does that make sense?
It does.
That's a great analogy.
So I just know that if they come to you and start asking you about what happened, and it's nothing you did wrong. We want to make sure the bridge is okay.
And that would be implying that the bridge was okay to begin with.
I think the bridge is better than they're letting on, but also could use a looking at. But I don't know anything about bridges.
All right, make sure cameras are good. Cameras are good. Awesome. Because last thing I heard was I don't know anything about bridges before it decided to go fuck me. All right.
This is why I'm glad I got a new computer before we started this.
Yeah, well, no, this ain't my computer. That was 100% internet and Discord because stream was still going. If it was my computer, everything would have crashed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That was just purely Discord. Anyway,
Or as our friend Sienna Vampy says, it's Dick Sword.
fair. Anyway, continue where you guys left off.
After he said, I don't know much about bridges. See, I told you. He's like, yep. We have conversations about Discord. She'll look at him and go, oh, I completely understand that they want to check me out. But if the Tok'ra thought I wasn't completely okay with everything that's happened, I don't think they would have sent me back.
I think the Tok'ra might have just got you to the point where you were okay to go back physically. Maybe, like, it wouldn't hurt to have someone take a look under the hood, as it were.
I'm pretty sure our lovely new leader is situating that.
You do know she's telling the truth, right? She didn't ask for that.
Oh, I'm fully aware of how SG-1 works.
Well, just know that, she may
Not
be
mad
doing a
at her.
bang-up job, but there could be no replacement for having you as team leader.
Yeah.
Really.
Chaos and all, huh?
Especially the chaos.
I don't know, I think we could do with a little less chaos.
I could show you some mission reports from the other SG teams and the other Phoenix teams, and they all get up to their own brands of chaos. So it comes with the job.
You also know if I knew anything about what was going on, I would have told you. When it comes to your father.
Absolutely. I never doubted that. Still, I need to do something so I'm not just here sitting on my hands while he could be, well, you know.
Yes, I do. Which is why you're looking over mission reports. Well, I'm pretty sure if somebody shows up and goes, we need to talk to you, then I know that I need to go and have a conversation with somebody.
Yeah, but wouldn't be the worst.
Says the person who's never had their brain probed.
That you know of. I mean, he hasn't, but Yeah, every one of us could take a benefit from having a good conversation with a professional every now and again. It's not a weakness. It's just life.
No, it's not weakness. I think I overdid it last night. She kind of move her arm a bit.
Oh, I actually have another present for you. Hang on. He's gonna open up a binder that's sitting next to him, and he's gonna pull out a 8.5-inch by 11-inch printed out picture. It's a very grainy, nasty surveillance picture, but it's a picture of Ball's face. And he's gonna hand it to her, and he's like, "For your punching bag next time you want to go spar with the punching bag."
Oh, why thank you. I already pretended that the punching bag was his face, though. I don't know if Brooke would think that's healthy or unhealthy.
Do you remember
Being
when
locked in a...
Brooke gave the black eye to Keshna?
Yeah, that was an eye-opener of what she could do.
Yeah, I think that she'd probably understand. You want to help me go over these gate addresses? There's a lot of them.
Sure.
He's gonna half the papers and hand them across the table.
She'll help him.
Y'all are killing me. You're avoiding the conversation we're all waiting for.
It was serious.
What was that, honey? She tried to send me a picture of a tiny house with a big old shed behind it that says, "My house, Briar Horses," and I showed him. He's like, it's like a drug warehouse, but for Briar Horses. Priorities.
Yeah, do
I'll
not
show
spend
you
the
in a little
next
bit, Sienna.
couple hours just going over
It does.
the papers and the different addresses and stuff.
She'll kind of look over the descriptions and highlight ones that she thinks they could possibly check out. But seeing that they don't know the gate address, she's also looking at mission reports to see if anybody mentioned anything of Tananog in there. And then she'll highlight those as well. And I found 3 of them we could check out and hopefully get some more information.
You can add that to my stack of 30, and he puts down a stack of papers.
Now all we got to do is get cleared for missions, and maybe they'll let us start checking things out.
I just wanted to say it is great to have you back.
It's great to be back. Trust me, nothing can make up for your friends. Lisa's getting pissed over there. It's like, God, take it already.
So I gotta use the restroom. I'll be back. And he's gonna wheel himself away.
Oh my god! Come on, you too.
Poor Bee.
Well, now it becomes
Like
a point of.
done.
Now it becomes a
Great
point of. Well, she didn't bring it up, so maybe she doesn't want to talk about it. And Sharif is like, he didn't bring it up, so maybe he didn't like it. And
Yeah, well, speaking of Keshna, let's go back to them real quick. So you got your shower. What are you doing?
After a bit of finagling, he puts on a pair of shorts because no pants to have to deal with. Pant leggings, really.
Yeah.
So just pair of shorts, short tank top, and then hobbles her way off to mess hall to get some food. Of course, she'll stop by Brooke's room, inquire. She's there to check on Brooke, see how Brooke's doing with everything. If Brooke is there.
yeah, she's still in bed. I'm good. Leave me alone, please.
Have you had food? You want me to bring you anything?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna get up in a little bit. Thank you.
And she'll take the cue and kindly go off to mess hall.
Yeah, and Brooke will get up and get a shower at that
Brooke
point.
has. At least she knows that one of the team members will check in on her.
Yay.
All right.
Never said I wouldn't. She just wanted food first.
And
To avoid a much needed conversation.
I'll say, yeah. And you know what? I think that's a good point to stop tonight. Kind of give everyone a little bit to stew on with the whole will she say this?
I can
but
hear
now we gotta
these
wait 2
great
weeks.
over there.
Mm-hmm.
We've been spoiled. Now we gotta wait 2 weeks again.
Yes, you do. Alright, but we're going to go ahead and go around and say who you are, who you played. I'm going to give some of y'all different questions. So, Keshna and Brooke, y'all's question is going to be a two-parter. The first one, well, let me redo this. So, first off, everyone's got going to have this question, which is, what are y'all's thoughts on how the team dynamic is going to go now that Brooke is the leader? But for the different part, Keshna and Brooke, who do you think is going to mention it first? Sharifa or Vigo?
Oh wow, that's a
I'm
good
going
question.
to get y'all's input on this. We're going to go ahead and go in reverse order and start with Vigo.
Hey everybody, I'm Nick. I played Vigo Sigmundson tonight. You can find me on most socials at Professor Hexagon, including I've been on TikTok and Blue Sky a lot. So if you want any looks into my stream of madness, that is my mind, hang out there and give me a follow. You can find me here every other Friday. I think that makes the next coming up be on the 18th.
Yes.
On the 14th.
Hold on. No,
Wait.
I'm going to say, no, it's not the 18th, because remember, this was supposed to be our off week. So we'll actually meet so actually we will have another one next week, and then we'll be back on our 2-week schedule.
Yes.
Because remember, the 28th was our actual scheduled one.
Okay, so we got the
Okay.
11th and then the
Ooh,
25th.
the
Okay, cool.
25th. I have a show on the 25th, but I'll
Uh-oh.
just be prepared that I might be late.
Gotcha.
So you can find me here next Friday with this wonderful group of people. And then every other Monday, I believe the next one will be the 14th, you can find me on Origins of Orlea with Will, who is looking to become a published author? Question mark?
He is.
Looks like,
Got published.
yeah, that's awesome.
Oh wow, awesome.
He wrote a play that got published. The cool thing is, I was in the production, so every copy of that script from here to eternity, it always lists the first cast to perform it. So my name's in there too.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome, Lisa.
That is epic.
Mm-hmm.
You can also find me every other.
Screenplay too.
Oh,
We're collecting
for
now.
him.
He's writing it. Yeah, we're writing a screenplay, but that's his story to tell.
okay. I'll have to bug him about that then. I believe on the 17th, you can find me on also the same channel over at Will's channel, the Halfling Wizard, as Nero Aspengard, who's likely a bit more beat up than Vigo is right now, thanks to his team.
Hey, you deserved it, though.
There's a bit of blue on blue action, but it's all good. Yeah, he definitely deserved it. If you guys head over to Will's YouTube channel and watch the VOD, you can see Nero spill his guts, essentially, about one of his greatest regrets, and then get the shit kicked out of him by his entire team. As far as how the team's going to go now that Brooke is in charge, I think it's sort of like having a new manager after they just went through training. You're going to get all like the letter of the. You could probably like recite. And the command code at like this paragraph, this sentence, it says to do this. So I think we're going to get. It's going to be a little bit more strict, but yeah, Vigo. He's counting the days until Brooke is the medic, and we get her back. Nothing against Brooke, but he misses the old dynamic.
Fair enough.
Okay, Keshna.
I am Keshna. I play B. Or wait, hold on. Rewind. Hi, I'm B. I play Keshna, also known as Necrotic Vapor on Twitch, Discord, and TikTok. So we'll start with the easier question because I'm still trying to wrap my mind around the other one. For the team dynamics, it's Keshna's mind is pretty much probably, for the most part, it's going to be the team is how the team should be. And they're all back together. They'll figure out how to work, how the new dynamic works together. It'll just take them some time to get into the new role, but ultimately, Brooke and Sharifa were like the two in charge of their little family unit anyhow. So there's nothing really changed if you think about it. As for the Sharifa Vigo conversation that's being dodged, at this point, I'm convinced that Brooke and Keshna are going to have to get together and somehow get those two to actually talk about it versus who's going to broach the topic first.
The problem is Brooke doesn't know about it.
Yeah.
She didn't see it. She wasn't there. So it's all on you, baby.
Yeah, but Keshna's been so good about proving and not butting in. She's obviously, that means she's going to go to Brooke for advice eventually.
That's true.
So, I mean,
she's like the sibling that can't keep a secret,
Pretty much.
That's Keshna.
Right there. Yep.
I love it.
But they were.
Mm-hmm. All right, Brooke.
Hey, I'm Lisa, Winterwolf or Leia in chat, D&D Winterwolf on Discord. I play Brooke, the Captain Brooke MD from Earth. Team dynamic. It's hard because Brooke literally did not ask for this, didn't want this. She has enough to do with her medical duties and then her new military duties without this and the tension it's going to cause. But I think she also understands that the well-being of the team comes first, and she's really hoping that this is going to light a fire under Sharifa to get the counseling that she needs so she can step back up. And she's hope this inspires her to do what she's got to do to get her team back.
Not fair.
Technically, she has her team back.
Huh?
I said, technically, she has her team back.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
To take command again. She wants you to do that. So she's hoping that this will, light a fire under her to dot all the I's and cross all the T's. As far as who's gonna break first on the kiss that I don't know about, I think it will be Vigo because it can only eat away at him for so long before he's kind of like, what does that mean?
Fair.
I think it'll take him a while to get there, but eventually he'll have to. It'll eat away at his brain until he finally gets it out and finds out what's up.
Okay. And then last but not least, Stormy.
Hey everybody, I'm Stormy, and I play Sharifa. You can find me on most social media platforms as Storm Ransom 2002. Under my real name on Facebook. Yeah, we're not going to discuss that because right now too many people are selling model horses, and my brain is screaming at my wallet. and my wallet wants to strangle me. It's a great day. Okay, so for team dynamic, I think Sharif is going to be able to deal with it for a little bit, because it's going to let her not have to take so much responsibility for the shenanigans that she might pull. might.
I caught that
Well,
little
the thing-
pushback in the cafeteria.
she was kind of pissed off about it. To be fair, she's like, okay, so I risked my ass to try to help people get some information, and now I have my captain's chair taken from me, and I have to listen to somebody else. Mind you, she's glad it's Brooke, but at the same time, she's like, excuse a motherfucker, what? I mean, she wanted to go off. She just, like, every part of her brain was screaming at her to tell the general off. And then that small part that was the symbiote that she was friends with for 3 months told her, no, just deal with it for the moment. But there's that lingering advice there. He may not be there anymore, but at the same time, she did learn quite a bit from him. So that's the whole change she's going to have. And as for who's bringing up the kiss first, it's going to have to be Vigo. Because she's... Shut up, B! She doesn't know... It was kind of that spur of the moment thing, because she didn't know if she was going to get her team back, and she didn't know if she'd see him again, and now she's sitting here going, did I make a mistake? Because they were sitting there talking, and she kind of got the feeling he wanted to talk about it, and then he didn't say anything, so now she's thinking it was a big mistake.
Not fair.
So she's just not going to bring it up at all.
Me? Either way, both of you cowards.
Yeah, you love me, though.
Me? Anyway, I am Kel, also as the Celtic Wyvern King. You can find me every Monday on Halfling Wizard Productions for either Wimrise of Aria, which will be this upcoming Monday, where I play as A, the chief
Ooh,
engineer.
I forgot my outros. Yeah.
Yep, no, you'll be able to find Lisa there with me as well. Where I gotta talk to Will about what happened last time since I missed out. Shit, train of thought. Oh yeah, and then Ops on Monday for Orlea Origins, where we are having a Wizard of Oz little segue. Where right now,
God, yes.
yeah, well, right now, Varric's asking for a stiff one. Kieran's all loosey goosey, and Willow, they might cough up a hairball. Who knows?
We're not just in the world, we've actually become personified characters in the Wizard of Oz.
Yep, but I'm not giving it away directly, except for those hints I gave. Anywho, you can find me every other Wednesday, including this upcoming Wednesday, back here for my Theros 5e campaign, A God's Challenge, where we get to see how my players deal with the remains of a puzzle that they thought that was a lot more elaborate than it was. Once again, I'm still loving that. Every other Thursday, though, as Nick mentioned, you can also find me back on Halfling Wizard Productions for Reign of Vecna, where I play Meek, the Reborn Goliath, Redemption Paladin. Try saying that 5 times fucking fast. Though I'm pretty sure Goose will have a beat here soon if he keeps multi-classing. Am I wrong?
It's like Rogue, Sorcerer, Warlock, Tiefling.
Yep. Like I said, he's almost got me beat. Hell, it actually might take Beastmaster Ranger since he's got that cat. Anywho, you'll be able to find us again this upcoming Friday, the 11th, for as we continue what happened here tonight. And after that, we will be back on our 2 weeks rotational period. Hopefully here soon. I'll be back on Dinner and a Game with shows there. We're still trying to kind of figure out what the hell we're going to be doing on that. Now we're taking a little break from Walking Dead. It's a little hiatus due to IRL and some other stuff. But you also find me streaming just whatever the hell I feel like playing whenever I stream, like Monster Hunter Wilds. What else have I been streaming lately? Assassin's Creed Shadows, stuff like that.
And we're still waiting for you to get the every other Wednesday campaign running.
Right now, I got a lot on my plate. Because don't worry, I'm definitely still going to get that going. Anyway. But also, again, don't forget to hit up Hit the follow button if you like what you saw tonight, and hit the subscribe if you have not subscribed as well already and want to support us. And remember, you don't even have to subscribe out of pocket. You got a free sub with Twitch Prime. But also, don't forget to check our merch store. Actually, in between some of the RP tonight, was actually making some new merch. We have our A-Team shirt and tank top, where the front, as you'll be able to see here, has our glorious channel logo. And the back, actually I'll switch to the green. The back has, we're unconventional, but we get the job done. Because that's the base shirt.
Yes.
And then here is the tank top, which the tank top does only come in white. But again, we got the channel logo and the we're conventional, but we get the job done part. So, and the reason I also bring up the sub, if you sub on Twitch, you get 10% off. You know, hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And then if you also end up spending over $75, I'll give you free shipping. Though, granted, it is one or the other. This fourth wall don't allow for stacking. Because honestly, I would let those two stack, but that's, again, fourth wall.
Yeah.
And again, definitely make sure you hit that follow button, because that way we can keep up whenever we do another giveaway, whenever we do another one again. Because like I said, we did a giveaway back on the 28th, which was last Friday. I still got to reach out to the winner of that so I can get their details, so we can get them shipped their prizes. But they actually got a t-shirt, hat, and patch for winning that giveaway.
Yep.
But with that,
congratulations to our winner.
Yep. But with that, we're going to go ahead and rate out my buddy Nymphette. They're currently playing a game called Schedule 1. Never heard of it, but I mean, hey, they love playing the niche games, so we're going to go say hi. We'll see y'all next time.